Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Keto in the Chaos. My name's Tammy, and I'm here sharing my journey about how I've lost over 100 pounds using a ketogenic diet. I had something happen to me yesterday when I was on my mini grocery trip, showing you guys my food haul and all that, and I've kind of tried to let it go, but I just feel really strongly that I need to talk about this story, that it's important to share it. The only problem is I can't really share it very well without using a little bit of profanity. So if you're offended by certain words, you may not want to listen, but I really think it's important. And I've tried putting other words in, and I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I will be saying the A word. And yes, I know that's so silly that I'm warning you guys in advance, but I know a lot of people that watch me are pretty family friendly. And so you may want to not let your kids listen if that's something that will bother you or your kids. All right. So yesterday when I was at Walmart, when I was shopping, this kind of is an extension of the obesity invisibility thing that I was talking about last week. I noticed that people, of course, notice me more. And the outfit that I was wearing was super cute yesterday. I had a pair of pants on that I'd been trying to fit into for a while, and they fit really cute, and they button up a little higher, so they kind of take in a little bit of my stomach and kind of flatten it out a little bit, and they just feel super cute, and I just loved the way I looked yesterday. And when I was at the grocery store, I felt pretty, proud of how I looked. I wasn't like flaunting myself or anything, but I didn't feel uncomfortable with how I was looking yesterday. And about halfway through the trip, when I was walking down one of the aisles, I walked past a couple of gentlemen, and I noticed that they were noticing me a little bit, and I just tried to ignore it a little bit, and I walked past them. As I walked past them, and I got about 5 feet in front of them, I heard one of the gentlemen say, "Look at that ass." Okay, so my first reaction was, dang, I must be looking good because he is totally checking me out. And I was honestly mortified, embarrassed, and like dying inside. So I like nonchalantly kept on walking down the aisle, and I felt like burning bored holes into my back with their eyeballs. And then I turned a corner really quick, and I hoped that they weren't behind me, and I turned another aisle and got away. I kind of wish I had turned around and went, "Right? It's awesome." But I'm totally not brave and cool enough to do something like that. So I didn't, but hindsight is 20/20. So my first initial reaction to that interaction was that it was a positive thing, that he was admiring the way I looked in these pants and things were looking good. But by the time I had finished my shopping, I had convinced myself that he was disgusted by what he had seen, and it wasn't a comment of admiration, but a comment of disgust. That self-talk, that bad self-talk that just gets into you, and it's just ridiculous, but it just takes over. And by the time I had finished my shopping, I had to go to the restroom and check out what I looked like in the mirror because I just knew that it was not good. So I finished my shopping. I went over to the restroom. I went inside, and I checked myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you can see my whole butt with these pants." Everything was quite defined. Whoops. Almost like if I was wearing leggings or something. Oh my gosh. I was dying. And of course, by that point, I had so convinced myself that he was disgusted that, of course, I was disgusted by what I saw in the mirror. And I'm just looking at it going, I can't even go to this party tonight because I'm naked and people are going to see that and it's bad and nobody wants to see that. And I was a mess. Girls, don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. I have replayed those words that he said in my mind probably 100 times in the last few hours. I know that the way he said it was admiration. He was more like, that ass though. Not, look at that ass. I'm telling you, I know the difference. And he was admiring it. He was. And it's just ridiculous that I had talked myself into believing that I was disgusting when I am not disgusting. I'm absolutely not. And I absolutely deserve to be walking down Walmart and be admired by a gentleman. Now, did he have to call it out like that? No. No. But I deserve to believe that he was calling it out in a positive way. You guys, we really need to fix our self-talk. We really need to focus on being more positive. And I'm grateful and happy that my first reaction was, woo, yeah, he was checking me out. And that it took me a little while before my negative self-talk to come back. But I'll tell you what, the negative self-talk is really easy to do, and it's more common, and it's just less complicated, and it's more the way our brain is wired than letting ourselves believe that we're of worth. There's this great song by Jess Godwin that I was listening to this morning. It's called Be a Light. And basically, it's all about how beating yourself up and dwelling on the negative and being angry and down and depressed is the easy thing to do. And we need to choose instead to be a light. And that's what I want to tell you guys today. Love yourselves. Be proud of yourselves. Don't let that self-talk win. It's not worth it. You're worth so much better than that. You're just worth so much more. Girls, you know that you're listening to me because you feel hope. You feel hope that there's a possibility that somehow you can get yourselves out of this dark place that you're in. And I'm here to tell you, you can. You absolutely can. Thank God that I found the ketogenic lifestyle. This has changed my life, and I'm so, so happy to share it with all of you, and I'm so glad you're here. And that's why I felt like it was so important to talk about this story, even though I had to use the A word. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that again, but it just didn't sound right any other way. So I want you guys to promise me that you're going to try and focus on feeling more positive about yourself and talking to yourselves in a positive way, that you're not going to let the negative self-talk win. That's all I have to share with you today, and I'm just so glad that you're here. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. I'm so happy to share my message with as many people as I possibly can. And I love meeting you guys, so feel free to comment. It's totally awesome when you comment, and I just appreciate it so much. It just makes it all worth it. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me this afternoon, and enjoy this beautiful fall day, and we'll talk to you soon.